Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And right away, he lost the football. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Check 52.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Go. Under 10, 10. Check safety. Pick the edge. Come. Jeff, big grip.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oh, yeah.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Go!
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Colts, nothing. Here we go. 30 base. Sponge. No.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Ready up. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Back. Check 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Fresno. Let's go now. 60 or.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Leo.
Crash. Begin. Check. No.
He He's got the first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Got one. Set.
80 weapons.
Check 53. Defense.
Fair. Go.
Tighten up.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Bullet high.
Kill.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hard.
Here we go. Slam. Check 3. Check 3. Check it.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Check 26. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Fight.
He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Come on now, let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it? A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a good...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The point after is good, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But
well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Hollywood Marquise Brown. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 37. Check 37.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. And some room to roam now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rock it. Hey, exit. Hey!
He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Leo.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ready.
Mike 20. I got you, pump.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 20.
Get it.
2nd and 1. Being chased out left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Ready. Hard.
Check. 36.
Look at me. Go.
Bang. Slam.
Shoot.
They'll run it with Scarlett. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marquise Brown, 31 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Guard, guard. Here we go. Hey, Sam off.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Come on, fellas.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. From a yard out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Come on.
Go. Ready.
2nd and 6. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready, set.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Watch the whip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
53's mine. Check, 53's mine.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Go! Hey, Sam on! Get it!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once who...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now Scarlett, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Set, ready, 70, Indy.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's
Hey, Alpha. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ballard. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Ready.
56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Let's go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey.
Yo, go. Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
We got this.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
No.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.